Hi, good morning, friends. Happy Thursday. I'm a little late on my tune-in Thursday. I have been traveling all morning. I am at the Charlotte airport on my layover and getting ready to get on my flight for DC. Going to a 3-day seminar with my mentors this weekend. So this is the stuff that I love, and I'm absolutely happy to be back this week. Last week I was sick and had no voice, and so I did not do Tune-In Thursday. So we're going to give it another second to let a couple people join, and then we'll get on our way. So happy June, everybody. I want you to just kind of take a moment to acknowledge this June, that half the year is already over. And I want you to think about, where were you January 1st of 2018? It's come a long way. You know, this is a really good kind of checkpoint for you. And being that we're edging into summer now at this point. All right, beautiful, beautiful friends. Okay, hi Cynthia, hi Joe, good to see you guys. All right, so today what we're going to be talking about is the topic of your history is not your story. Before we actually get into that, let's ground in for a second, because it would be nice for me to ground in. I've just been on a plane for the last 4.5 hours. So let's go ahead and close your eyes and let yourself get settled in wherever you are. Good. And then go ahead and just focus the breath around the very tip of your nose and just observe your breathing pattern today. And observe that you are indeed alive, that you have made it to see another day. You've made it to see today, June 7th, 2018. And allow yourself to appreciate this moment. And then go ahead and take a deep inhale and fill the body with new breath. And exhale, let that breath go. Good, and one more time. Deep, gentle breath in, and this time just bring in all the love and compassion and kindness that you can for yourself. And exhale, let that breath go. Good. Now gently bring yourself back into your body, back into the space, and let your eyes flutter open, and here we are. All right, so this is going to be a quick tune-in Thursday so I don't miss my flight. But yeah, so today is really talking about your history not being your story. And I want you to think about how much time you have spent replaying the same story in your head over and over again about an experience that you've had with someone, or an experience that you've had just in general, a situation, a circumstance, and how that has taken you from a place of, well, not moving forward in creating something new or trying something new, but instead taking you to a place where you just kind of feel really crappy. Maybe about that person, you start to gain resentment. It also could be, something you start to feel within yourself. It can start to take you into anxiety. It can start to take you into depression. Because I want you to think about that for a moment. When we're not living in the present, right, and we're constantly living in our history, our stories, right? If you're living in the past, that creates depression. If you are living too far in the future, that creates anxiety, right? Either way, it's not giving you what you need in service, right? It is not helping you propel and grow. And we are here on earth to grow. Imagine that. Imagine that. That every day is a new opportunity that you get to create something new about yourself or discover something about yourself. So if we're constantly living in the same stories, you're not propelling, right? So I get it. Trust me, I get it. So let's say we have an experience, we get our heart broken, and that actually creates a trigger in our hearts, in our minds, that we are afraid to love again. Get into the next relationship, something happens, you get triggered again, that same feeling comes up, and then it starts to become a cycle. And next thing you know, you've been single for several years, but you're really longing to be in a partnership. Well, I'll tell you what, the only way that you're going to get into that partnership is if you realize that your history does not make your story. And it comes down to learning how to understand, contemplate, accept, forgive an old circumstance, an old story, right? In order for you to move forward. Now, I bring this up today because I have been, there's so much noise going back here, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I've just been working with a lot of people lately who are stuck in their stories. Oh, but this happened to me. Oh, but that happened to me. Okay, I get it. But it doesn't have to keep happening to you if you don't want to keep reliving the story, right? So this is really a matter of changing your results. And it starts with your thoughts. Learning how to rewire your brain, how to rewire your internal system, how to bring loving kindness back into yourself. This is a practice of self-love to create a new story that does serve you. And again and again and again, and I'm saying this for myself as well. You know, I've been through, the muck of, relationships and circumstances and pain and darkness. But when I started creating a brand new story for myself, I don't live that anymore. And I'm really grateful. And I was at the beach this week. And I was there at 8:30 in the morning. I was doing some beach cleanup with my dogs. And I'm just hanging out and I was smiling. And I was like, oh my God, I love my life. If you asked me a year ago, I didn't love my life so much because I didn't know how to handle my life. But that day, that Monday, I did love my life. And I've loved my life no matter what challenges come up, no matter what circumstances come up. I've learned how to deal with them. And I've learned that my history does not dictate my future. And it doesn't have to dictate yours either. So I want you to ponder on that today, maybe this weekend, maybe this week, and allow that to sit with you. What's one thing that you can do differently to change your story? I challenge you. This is the process of self-development, of self-care, of self-love. And you know what? We are going to be students of this earth until the day we die. So we might as well make the most of it, in my point of view. All right, I love you guys. That's our lesson for this week. I'm going to have more content. I'm really working on creating some more beautiful content for you guys and more topics and getting a lot of feedback from people on how we can make these the most beneficial and useful Tune In Thursdays, and just really, really loving being in service and